Hi everyone. So we'll start the session after 5 minutes. Let us wait for everyone to join. Hi everyone. Good afternoon. Good morning. How are you guys?
Good evening,
Hi,
Priya.
Priya.
You're doing good.
Good.
How are you?
How are you?
Yes, I'm good. Thank you. So we will get started. Okay. Able to see the screen?
Yes, Priya.
Yes. Okay. Fine. So we will start with API testing as we already know. So to start with API testing, first we will learn what is API. API is application programming interface. But what is application programming interface? Okay. So where the program actually lies, the program is available, the part of application where you have the programs is API. So where we have the part of program, so it is our main unit, which is business unit, where actually all the business requirements are implemented. That is called API layer. So where actually all the programs are written. So what programs? So programs, nothing but functions are written. So those functions will take some input, will return something. So that business functionalities, the core business functionalities are implemented. So it is called business layer or a application programming interface. Now this component is where it is very important component of a project. So we know it is important component, it is a API, but how that works? It only works when you have UI. So UI is the page we are able to see. What page? The HTML pages we are able to see. The pages are nothing but HTML page. What is HTML? Hypertext markup language. So the page, whatever we open in the browser. So I open a page, any page, Amazon page, if I open, this page is nothing but a HTML. This is a web page. Behind this, there is a API. So where is the API? Behind this screen, there is a API. So virtually, you have to consider there is a API. Okay. So now whatever is displayed on the page, what is displayed on the page? Can we have some questions, answers? What is displayed on the page? Links, buttons. Okay, you have the features of the application. Agree?
Yes, Priya.
So we have search feature. Now if I search phone, now the search results are displayed. How the search results are displayed? There is a function written, right? There is a code available. So that code is nothing but a API. So API is taking a request that user is requesting for a phone. So let me give the response as a phone results. Okay. So whatever we have on the HTML, so buttons links are available. That is going to take a request. So the user is going to send a request. Send a request to whom? To API. For what? Request for a data. Right? We are searching for phone or you search for something other. So whatever the request you pass, for that we get a response. Okay. So the request is, what is the request here for me? Requesting for a phone. So requesting for a mobiles or requesting for, okay, there is no result. So, requesting for a Samsung mobile. Okay, so we have the results displayed. So the API is taking the request and providing us the response. So APIs work in this format of request and response, nothing else. So APIs will always work in the format of request and response. Where actually APIs are available? Behind the UI. What is UI? User interface. So user interface is nothing but a face of your application. Where is your mind? Mind is nothing but a API. Clear?
Yes, Priya.
Yes, Priya.
So now the face is the UI, user interface. UI meaning is user interface. This user interface is also called presentation layer. It is going to be presented. What is going to be presented? The face. What is the face we have for application? It is nothing but called as user interface. What is user interface? The UI, what we see, we click on the links, we click on our buttons, we request for something, some actions are done, the response is displayed. So this HTML page has just the blocks. Okay, there is an empty block that is created with this HTML page. Now there is a sections available, but in that section, what data to display? What search results to display? The search results are changing. Yes. So the search results are changing. That data will come from API. Okay. This is one of the example of API. So I will give you some other examples of API. Clear the basic understanding of API, where the API is available.
Behind the user interface,
User interface is also called as
presentation layer,
API is also
Presentation
called
layer.
as
Application.
business layer.
business layer.
Business layer.
So API layer is also called as a business layer. Now, this is about the API and UI. Now, this API is providing us the data, but from where? From where the data is displayed? From the database. So, there is a database. So, what is database? It is a collection of tables. Table has collection of data. Database has nothing but a data. So, some you have item table where you have item data. You have customer table. So, where you have customer data. Table is nothing but you consider as a one storage area where the data is stored. Okay. So, how many customers I have on Amazon application, or how many items I have to sell on Amazon platform. So we will save it in the database. These are the tables. Database is nothing but a collection of tables. Table has data. What is database? I will write it in the separate line here. Database is collection of tables. Table meaning is the table are item table, customer table. Table has data. What is table? Tables has the data. What data? How many customers we have, how many customers have the placed orders, what is the cost of order, what is the status of the order, in last month how many orders are processed. The all data we can get from these tables. So table has a data in the format of row and column. So this is the data available. So somewhere data is available. Think that on somewhere there is a data, and from that data our API is going to show us the data on the UI. Okay, from this now what is happening? So the request, whatever we are asking for API will go to database, and whatever the result we get from the database, like how many items we have for a Samsung phone, from the database, it will take and give it, and it will show on a UI. So UI will show the data. API will take the request, go to the database, take the data and show you the on a page. Okay, clear?
Priya, can you repeat the last portion again? Just
Yes.
API requests the database and this portion.
Yes. Okay, I'll give you one example. You will never forget this. What is a API? So now you go, everyone goes to a restaurant or hotel to have dinner, lunch. Yes, there is a very famous hotel. So consider we all are in a Hyderabad and we have a biryani, which is very famous. So you went to some famous biryani and you ordered. So it's the I'll take as a some hotel, some restaurant where you are ordering some food. So what you go and sit on a chair or table. Okay, nothing. We are not going to cook there. Right? We go and we sit on the chairs available. Now you order some food. Yes, you order. Waiter is going to take your request. What is you ordered? Some order. The request of order is biryani or some food you ordered. Okay. Now, the request is you gave to whom? The waiter. Did you give the request to cook? No. There is a chef, there is a cook. We know that. But he is not going to come to us for a order. So now this person, the waiter, will go to his cooking wherever the kitchen is. And the chef will be available. He will process the food. And again, he will give you on the table. Okay. This entirely is inside it only. We don't know actually what is happening. So it is somewhere in the kitchen, it is happening and they process it according to the request. So you ordered for a spicy, non-spicy or some special or something. Or there are different variations on the food available. Okay. Every restaurant will have multiple items or many variations of that. So now they will change according to the request and they will serve you. So this is nothing but a request and response. Who is taking the request? The waiter. Who is actually having the request data that we want? The chef or the kitchen.
Chef.
And as a customer, we are going to get the results. So what we requested, we get it. So if we get something else, are we happy? So on that day, you have a mindset that, okay, I'll eat biryani. And you went to a hotel and he did not give you whatever you ordered and there are changes. Will you be happy? No.
No.
Because we make a mindset, whatever we requested, we should get that. That is the request and response should be exactly what is the as per the request. So now who is API here? The
Waiter.
waiter who is taking the request from the customer. So we as a customer, we went and we requested for something and the order is processed. The order is processed based on the request. So API will also take the order from you or from the customer. There is a UI which is going to, it is a platform to order. Okay. So you order, like you order something or you want to search for a iPhone. Okay. And you search it and your request will be processed. Your order will be processed. But actually, where is the data?
DB database.
Yes, correct. So we have database and inside the database we have a data. What to show? API doesn't have that. API is just a medium. Okay, who is taking your request and giving you, like will be giving you the response as per your request only. So now API is going to serve you. So API is going to serve you the response what you ordered. Okay. In the simple example. Exactly it applies. Now, why API or why APIs are so famous? Why we have to do API testing and why we have to learn APIs? Okay. The question is, are you able to understand the question? The question is, okay, this is API fine. But why API only? Or what if I do not use API? Or what challenges will come? What is the advantage of API? or why we have to use API only? Is it a valid question? Whatever the story is, now fine, API is serving that request. Somebody else can also serve, or we will only serve it, or we will only take the data from the database, or something you will say, right? But why APIs? The answer is APIs can communicate with programming languages of any language. Now you have a platform, like you have an application which is developed in Java. Okay. And you have one application which is developed in this another programming language, .NET. Okay. And you have one more programming language which is used in another application, which is PHP. Okay. And HTML. Okay. Now you have a need. For example, you are developing one more application on top of all these three. You have to request this also, this also, this also, or you have to request all together to create a one new platform. So a language should be independent of any programming language. So it should be able to take a data from a Java application also, .NET application also, PHP application also. Who will be able to do it? That is possible with APIs. So API is language independent. It doesn't depend on any programming language. That's why APIs are very famous. Now you ask for a data from a Java application, it will take you or give you. It will take from a data from a HTML also, .NET also, or any new applications or any new other programming languages also. That's why APIs are very much famous. APIs can communicate with any programming language application. Like you have database. Database is a different. UI is different. How UI can communicate to database? Using APIs. So, with this advantage, APIs are very famous. What is the advantage? .NET Java. Now you have a question, like if you think why there is a need of Java application to communicate with .NET, I will communicate only with the Java application, right? But in the world, you tell me, can you get all the solutions with one language only? Is one language capable of doing all the platforms? No, every language has some limitations. Everything cannot be developed by every programming language. So we may need to communicate with different programming languages for a different benefits. Now, to go in detail, what is that? We will see. Now, the place where we need the APIs, or the place where we need different programming language, I will give you example. Is it clear? The question is clear?
Yes.
Okay, so now where is the need for different programming languages? Okay, everyone uses Uber application or a Ola or any taxi booking application.
Yes, Priya.
Yes. So any application whenever we use. So these applications, what they do actually, they take your location. Okay. So what it does in simple language, what these applications will do.
It takes our request.
Okay.
Receives the
It takes
request
your
from
location.
Takes
It will like whatever your request is, it will take the request. Okay, I will write request. And it will take, like it will create a ride only after the driver is available nearby, he accepts it, everything. So he takes the driver location also. So now, and then if the driver accepts it, then they create a ride. And you will get a notification, driver will reach in 10 minutes or 30 minutes or something. Now, in this, the location, how location is tracked, that is using Google Maps. How the location is traced. Where is your location? Who knows your location? Google Maps knows. Some
Yes.
maps application only know your location. They are the medium by which Uber is going to know your location. Otherwise, Uber will not develop Google Maps entirely. How many years Google Maps took to develop? They have done a lot of research, okay, lot of things. Then the Google Maps was ready. Right now, if I want to create a riding application, or you are developing it or testing it, now you have to create Google Maps or use existing Google Maps. What is the better option? Okay.
Use
For
existing Google
anything,
Maps.
like you went to a new city or something, you have two options: to rent a home or you buy a home. What is the best option immediately? You went to a new
Buying
city. Renting a home is the first you do, or a buying a home.
Renting a home. Renting a
a
home.
home.
Renting a home, or you place a small place or something, you first see that city or how you feel, then you are going to purchase it. Purchasing is not that easy. Or when we invest a lot of money, it takes a lot of time also. You do a lot of research, or you build your own home with your own ideas, like I want a kitchen in this way, or I want a bedroom in this format, or this space and everything, and you build it. Then or you, whenever you like, then only you purchase. Otherwise, renting is the best option. Simple. So whatever the time you use, you pay the rent. That's it. Now Google Maps also, like, will you rent Google Map or will you create a Google Maps again? What is the best option?
Renting a Google Map.
Correct. Renting a Google Map is my simplest option. Now, why I have to develop a Google Maps again? Because there is something available. So I will rent it. So I will go to Google and I will ask Google that, okay, I am going to use your application and those APIs. So Google Maps is nothing but the application is, they are going to give you the APIs. Okay. So whatever they developed APIs, they will give you access to that APIs based on the rent or whatever request you have. So you want a particular country APIs, or you want a complete world APIs. Okay. Based on the my business. Like if your business, or if your Ola or Uber application business is only in the India, so they will buy Google Maps for only India location and they will pay the rent. Why they have to purchase for entire world or whatever the countries they are available, right? Not needed. If my business is not in USA, I'll not buy that. So renting based on the need is the best option, because it will be cheaper also, faster also. Now, these Google Maps are developed in some different programming language. Obviously, it is not going to be the same what you are using in the Ola or Uber. Is it going to be the same?
No.
Because maps is completely different feature, which is taking the device location. Now device programming is done in different programming language. Don't know about it. Okay, I cannot say that this is. For example, we will take, they used Python or something. Okay, for example, you take, or they have done some device programming and they use some C++ or C language. Okay, so they used some programming language for Google Maps. Now, Uber can't use the C++ to develop Uber application. They are going to, they need a latest applications or latest programming languages to create a user interface which is user friendly also and which is easy also. Now, if somebody who wants to create a Uber, he should feel that the Uber application is very easy and people should be able to book a ride, and any new person who is not familiar with computer should also be able to book a ride on phone. It should be that simple. Then only Uber, they are going to make a business. Otherwise, they will not make business. Yes. Who is going to use your application if your application is input something and you give messages like Java, and the messages are very like non easy to understand, and you are asking like select one for this location, select two for this location, and you have 100 locations. If you give those options, nobody is going to. You give a search feature where people can search with the names, and it should be very much user friendly. The point is you need latest programming languages which will create, develop user friendly applications. That may be JavaScript you use, that may be you use a Node.js, or you may use some other programming languages, or you use HTML, CSS. So this all you are using, and you created a Uber UI. Okay. And you are going to take the Google Maps APIs for a rent, and you are going to do a business. If your business is working good, you will rent it for more time. Otherwise, you will not rent it if you do not need that. So your application will be ready. This Uber application will be ready in few months. If you are renting Google Maps, you will be able to develop in few months. So I will say in 3 months, or in some few months, you have the application ready and you can start a business. Okay, with the testing, along with testing, it will be ready. If you're going to develop Google Maps, it is going to take years and years. So you cannot start a business until and unless you do. So now you have a need to communicate with different programming languages. This you have, this you have. So we have to communicate. Request and response should be there. So overall, this is the application we have to create. Now, in this is how we have to use. So now this is one of the example where we need to communicate with different programming languages, and that is possible with APIs, and that's why APIs are so famous and people are learning about APIs, developing APIs, selling APIs, renting APIs. Okay, those all things are going on. So that's why APIs are a lot of famous. Now you feel like, why to rent it? I will use it for free. Okay. Why somebody will give for free? They will add a security layer. Nobody should access. Okay, something, a product is developed. Now on our devices, we use Google Maps. It is for an end user, it is free. Maybe we are able to use it for free. But when a company is using for their business purpose, it may not be free. Okay, they have a security layer that nobody can access the API. So you have to purchase that APIs for a duration, then you can do it. So now we will not go into the details like how the purchase is done or whatever, how the APIs are developed. But the story behind is APIs are going to give you a lot of advantage in faster development of application. Okay. So the idea is clear. So now what is the benefit of APIs? We are able to communicate with any application, with any programming language, developed in any programming language. Now it made us faster application development. Like, what is the advantage with APIs? Faster application development. We are able to develop applications faster, quicker, better, sooner. Sooner the better is. So we are able to do it fast. That's why the APIs are lot many, like high in demand. So now when we have APIs, we have to test the APIs also. Now this is about the APIs, and with all these features, with all these benefits, APIs are developed, so that is high in demand. So now we have to learn the API testing. So now APIs is clear.
Yes,
So
sir.
background is clear, like what API does, or a little introduction about API is clear. Everyone clear with this? Able to follow me?
Yes, Priya.
Yes, yes,
Anyone,
Priya.
any question, any small question, anything in it? No questions?
No.
Okay. Now API is taking request. and API is going to give you the response. Now, what is the request? What is the response? How that request is taken? How the response is given? The question is, what is request and response in the API is what it does or how it happens actually. The question is how it happens. Yes, is a valid question.
Yes, Priya. Like if we write on browser like www.amazon.com, then it will take it as a request. And it will, like
Okay,
searching
yes,
for
that is
code.
also correct. It is taking as a request. Now, request is whatever you have. Bestsellers is my request, so it is going to bestsellers. So URL will take the request, correct? Okay. Now URL will take it, but what are the languages they use or what APIs are the types or what is basic APIs are developed or written in which programming languages. So APIs do a data transfer. They are taking your data and they are going to give you some data. So they are making the data transfer. So this data transfer is done by two programming languages, XML and JSON. So JSON is JavaScript object notation, and XML is extensible markup language. Okay. Okay. So now data transfer is done using two languages. Those are XML and JSON. Okay. So now we will learn what is XML and JSON because we are going to use in the APIs request and response. So first, before we write any request or any response, we will learn about JSON and XML. Okay. Fine. So XML is extensible markup language and JSON is JavaScript object notation. Now, based on these two programming languages, APIs will transfer the data from one layer to another layer, and based on that, there are two types of APIs. One is REST API, second API type is SOAP API. Okay. Okay. So what is REST and SOAP? We will see in the next class. Till this point, is it clear, everyone?
Yes.
REST is representational state transfer. SOAP is simple object access protocol. So we are going to learn REST majorly because REST is simple to develop, faster in processing. SOAP is complex and difficult and it has some security. So where we need lot of security, there we use SOAP APIs, or in general, we are going to use REST APIs more. So we will learn REST APIs in detail. Okay.
Priya, what is the full SOAP you said?
Simple Object Access Protocol.
Ma'am, I heard about rest assured. What is that? Rest assured.
Representational state transfer. Okay. Okay. REST API is representational state transfer. Okay. So data transfer is done by the two languages, JSON and XML. So these are on a high level. These are two types of APIs. Okay. Now, what is REST uses? REST uses XML and JSON both. And also it uses plain text. Also it takes HTML. But whereas SOAP, it only takes XML. So what is the language or what is the format of data REST will take? REST will take XML, JSON, plain text, HTML, whereas SOAP will take only XML format of data. Now, what is this format? We will see. So, what is XML format, JSON format, plain text, HTML? We will see the format of data. You can make a note of this. Okay, some more differences are REST is easy and faster to develop. So something easy and faster to develop is used mostly. So REST is used mostly. But SOAP is complex, but it is good at a security. If you need a lot of security for your project, then you can go with SOAP, which is complex to develop, but it will give you advantage of security. Okay, make a note of this. Done.
Done.
Everyone clear with what we discussed?
Yes,
Very
Priya.
clear?
Yes, Priya, the theory is clear.
Very clear, no questions?
No.
So API will do a data transfer. It will take a request, give you the response. APIs are going to use these programming languages, XML and JSON. So now REST uses XML, JSON, plain text, HTML, whereas SOAP takes only the XML. Okay. Now, what is this XML, JSON? We will see in the next class. What are the types? We will see in the types in detail. We will see in the next class, and we will start with Postman. So Postman is a tool which is REST API tool. Okay, REST API testing can be done with this tool. So we are going to learn API Postman tool. Okay, for API testing. So APIs are not the UI. How we test it? Those are available in the business layer. So now, if you ask how I can see a business business layer, we cannot see that. Okay, we have to use some tool in order to test the API. So Postman is a tool we are going to learn to test the APIs. Okay.
Okay, so is Postman like separate application which we need to install?
Yes, we will discuss that also, how we install everything.
Yeah, sure.
Ma'am, we will now discuss about Ready API too.
Okay, so now Ready API tool is a paid tool. For that, we have free version is a SOAP UI tool. Okay, we can discuss the SOAP UI, which is a free version. The paid is called Ready API. Okay, we
Okay.
can discuss this also. Okay, for a few
Yes, ma'am.
days. Yeah.
Mm.
So all the tools are little similar. Okay, there is some differences, but at the end it is going to take the request and give you the response. So request response format will remain same, but how you send a request, how you send a data, that will change. Okay. Any questions? Good, everyone? Able to understand everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Priya.
So I see some people joined late. Guys, able to understand? Did you understand it? Yes. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. We will continue. Tomorrow is a holiday. Okay. So tomorrow we have a festival, Ananta Chaturdashi. That is, with that, we will have a holiday. Day after tomorrow, we will continue. Okay.
At 2 o'clock this time, right? Like
Same timing, yes. So these
okay.
timings are for APIs. Now we will continue in this time only. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have a doubt.
Yeah, tell me.
Nothing, just that I was writing the test scenarios and the test cases for just a practice. I just got a doubt that the test scenario and the test case description is the same. The
Uh,
what we write in the test scenario column
mhm,
and the test case description is
mhm.
both are the same, or is there any difference between these
Okay.
both?
So in the test objective, you write what you are going to do. Okay. And scenario is also what you are going to do. So scenario format is verify that user is able to do something. Okay. That is the format we use. In the test, the format can be the objective of this test case is, and you say the same. So the objective of this test case is login. But whereas in the scenario you write is verify that user is able to log in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the assignment like normal the LMS assignment where we need to sign up application and we got all the requirements where
Mhm.
we need to like write the username, the password, everything.
Mhm.
So in that, like normally what is the test scenario? Like user is able to enter the username
Mm.
and also we can write like user is not user should not be able to sign up without entering username. This is also a
The
test scenario, right?
username format is what we have to test. So user is able to input username with the format. Okay, that is there is a format that 8 characters it should be, or some special characters are not allowed,
Yeah.
or no not allowed. So we
Mhm.
have to write scenarios. User is not able to create username or input username with digits. User is not able
Okay.
to input username with special characters. User is not able to proceed without providing input to username because it's a mandatory field.
Okay. And for the same, we need to write the test cases also. like the same test scenario.
Step. This is the step.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, hi Priya, this is Srijana.
Yes. Yeah.
So I just joined the class. Can you tell me how to access the previous class recordings?
Okay. In the LMS, there are previous class recordings are not added, but whatever added, I will show you. Do you have access to courses for this batch, the current batch?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we have, okay. Suppose you are accessing this course, which is Selenium Java, okay, Selenium testing. And you have to scroll and click on the each topic. That's it.
So for the access to courses, do I need to buy anything or how do I get the access to courses?
Okay, you have to go to courses and check under my courses. So whatever under my courses is displayed, those are assigned to you. So you have to request to the consultants. Okay, you can request to me or you can request to as per your admissions. Okay, you can request to the people. The request will at the end will come to me. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So now you check in the courses and my courses and let me know what is available for you. Okay, you can message me later.
Okay.
Fine.
Yeah. So for the login details and
For a
all.
login details, you do not have login details for this.
No.
Okay, so I think I need to check your login is created. I will give you password. Like I think you forgot or you do not have it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Others, any questions? No? Okay, guys. Thank you. Have a great day.
Good night, Priya.
Thank you.